Will you marry me?
No.
Men always ignore you, and you keep wondering why. Maybe there's something you're doing that's pushing them away. Maybe there isn't. You need to be a high-value woman to attract a high-value man.
Only thing keeping us afloat is me. Because guess what? America loves me. And therefore, I own America.
So, how do you become one? You must learn the behaviors and traits that make high-value men ignore women. Let's jump right into the video. High-value men ignore women who start unnecessary fights. If you always start unnecessary fights with your partner, this shows that you have low self-esteem and love seeking attention. Other men might condone such behavior, and if your partner does not condone it, there is a high chance he is a high-value man. Starting unnecessary fights with a high-value man never ends well. High-value men are mostly goal-oriented and do not have the time to deal with unnecessary fights you ignite. There are many women out there, and you may be one of them, who create a mountain out of a molehill. Are you like that? Think of some moments you blew things out of proportion. For example, you started a fight because your partner forgot to turn off the lights or left a dirty dish in the sink. Have you argued over a minor issue, such as how the toothpaste should be squeezed? How you deal with other men is different from how you deal with a high-value man. You have to match his energy too, which means you must become a high-value woman yourself. And how do you do this? Whenever you find yourself wanting to start a fight, take a deep breath and relax. Work on your communication skills so that you can air your grievances respectfully and free of unnecessary tension. High-value men ignore needy women. Do you usually experience a situation where you become upset and insecure if your partner is not always available? Are there times when you need constant validation and reassurance from your partner? Have you always felt jealous and threatened whenever your partner interacted with others and you needed him to reassure you of his commitment? This means only one thing. You are a needy woman. High-value men are usually busy chasing their dreams and are usually selective about how they spend their time. Hence, being a needy woman is not an attractive trait high-value men seek in their partners. This doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that you need to work on yourself and become a better version of yourself. Solely depending on your partner for fulfillment is a recipe for disaster because it makes you needy. So, how do you stop being a needy woman to grab the attention of a high-value man? You do this by developing your friendships, interests, hobbies, and friendships outside your relationship. Work on your self-confidence so you do not seek external validation from your partner. You can do this by developing your standard for feedback to assess yourself. Also, keep yourself busy and don't seek out your partner to make you happy. High-value men ignore women who do not have a purpose. Have you noticed that high-value men are usually drawn to women with a sense of purpose? It's about something other than money, as high-value men don't need your money. However, high-value men will likely ignore you if you don't have a drive for success and personal growth. You might be a kind and fun person to be with, but sooner or later, a high-value man will realize that you don't share the same drive and passion for success and may eventually leave you. If he senses that you lack the motivation to do things, have challenges setting goals, have no passion, or feel lost or stuck, he will ignore you. He can do this by spending less time with you, reducing communication, spending time with people other than you, and being emotionally distant. If you've noticed these things, don't worry. You can still fix them. There are tons of things you can start doing. For example, you can set smaller and manageable goals, explore interests and activities that make you happy, and more. High-value men ignore women who don't know how to be alone. One thing about high-value men is that they have mastered the art of being alone. For them, it's a time for introspection and self-discovery. This is the period they reflect and identify their values and growth. The challenge is that women who have not learned to spend time alone have yet to discover their goals, values, and passion. They're always in need of a relationship and validation from men. They become needy because they don't have anything important going on. Are you scared of being alone? Are you always in dire need of intimacy and companionship? If yes, then you need to heal. Reflect on your past experiences to identify any history of trauma that may compel you to seek relationships all the time. Maybe you have been in an abusive relationship before. Maybe you suffered the loss of a loved one. Were you neglected in childhood or past relationships? Do you have an anxious or avoidance attachment? Was there an abandonment at some point in your life? Sometimes it may be as a result of social expectations. Do you believe you must be in a relationship because of society's norms and expectations? Also, are there family and cultural expectations surrounding their need to get into a relationship? If this is you, you must block society and the world out of your mind. You can also seek professional assistance to help with your trauma. High-value men ignore women with terrible mindsets and negative outlooks on life. Picture this scenario. You meet a handsome, fun man who requests your number. You give him the number and you get talking. Out of the blue, he stops talking to you. He ignores your text and phone calls. You'll be surprised as to how many times high-value men ignore women because they have a terrible mindset. If you have a negative mindset, you will eventually drain a high-value man of his positivity. Some of you complain unnecessarily about almost various aspects of your life, such as work, family, and friends. This is very common, and sometimes a high-value man doesn't have the time to engage in such negativity. Another terrible mindset and negative outlook on life is running in the face of small defeat. A high-value man will ignore you when he finds out you're not determined to overcome obstacles. Another mistake you might have made is dwelling on past failures, regrets, and mistakes. High-value men are usually forward-thinking. They never dwell on their past failures, regrets, and mistakes. They learn from them and move on. They will definitely ignore you when you can't live in the moment and allow negative past experiences to overshadow your current and future moments. So, how do you solve your terrible mindsets and outlook on life? Focus on providing solutions and not dwelling on the problems. Read affirmative and positive books and podcasts and practice positive internal dialogue to prevent negative thoughts. And that's a wrap on today's video. Now that you've uncovered the mystery of why high-value men sometimes overlook women, it's time to focus on you. By investing in yourself and your personal growth, you'll ensure that high-value men won't be able to resist your magnetic energy and captivating presence. So get ready to level up and attract the love and attention you truly deserve. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the content, please show your support by clicking the like button and subscribing to this channel. Stay tuned for more empowering content on the She Believes channel. Until next time, believe in yourself and keep shining.